Hello, I'm the official name raider. My job is to not scroll super early, is to scroll through the first page of Google, review the nicknames provided by the internet, and then give my recommendations at the end. Today we're going to look at the Geodude Graveler Golem line, along with its Alolan Formes. Alright, so naturally the first thing I gotta say is, Aquamarine is stupid. Roll Rock. Rolo? Rock? Okay, yeah, that's stupid too. I was actually about to give that one a small pass because although this one's stupid, I've thought about the idea of just rock and roll because it's rock and it rolls. But I still think that's stupid. But I mean, he managed to take that and make it even dumber, more stupid. So at least I'm not this guy. Crusher's dumb, don't really care for it, feels like the wannabe super edgy kid, and then Terra Stone, don't really care about that either. Alright guys, only fair to say, I do think this works not for Golem, but like I feel like if you wanted to use it as a generic name, honestly I feel like it would probably be better for like a grass type Pokemon, but I suppose if you wanted to use it for ground types you could do that. I don't think that... No, there is a ground and grass. That'd be Torterra. But, yeah, like, I don't know. It's not bad. I just don't think it fits Golem, really. Okay, Tremors. This was one, actually, I had saved. We've said it in the past. This works as a good generic ground-type nickname, but I also got to thinking about it. And Tremor from Mortal Kombat is made of rocks and Tremor. So, like, that could work. I don't know how many people would get it, but if you wanted to do that as a Mortal Kombat reference, you could try. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, yeah, we get it. Remember when people didn't know his name and people just called him The Rock? Back in movie trailers when it was The Rock? I miss those days. I like The Rock, but he's got a dopey-ass name. I'm actually not upset about the idea of landslide, because that's not the worst thing I've heard. I don't know, like, you won in a landslide, and it's like, okay, I guess you could apply that to, like, maybe any ground type you want to. I don't know if I'd say it's good, but I'd say it's not terrible. Okay, Jawbreaker I actually kind of like, because the round like Jawbreaker, and it guarantees you will not be able to eat it. So I actually really do like that one. Van Halen, it's only fair because I try to acknowledge certain things even if we've said in the past. I'm totally fine with musical names and references for Pokemon. I think they work well, and it works because Van Halen is a rock band, so it's kind of pretty easy to apply it. Okay, Joan Jett also works. I'll be honest, I don't think that works nearly as well, but I mean, I guess the description kind of makes it fit. Like, I don't think that's a bad reasoning, I just don't think Joan Jett is the best name. Also kind of, I mean, I guess you could ignore the gender bias if you want to. Right, okay, so I've seen this a couple times and I didn't think anything of it, but now it just kind of clicked into my head. I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan, haven't really watched it, didn't care about it when they came out, so it went over my head, but it's over the My Precious, and I think the character's name is like Golem, so there's that. You know, I was about to say Big Bertha is never going to be a good name, but I'll always give it one thing over Big Mama, and that's that if you wanted to use it for like a fish, you at least have a reference to Mario 3. Alright, I guess I'll acknowledge Flint. First, I guess it kind of doesn't work because Flint works as just like a generic, that's just a name, and I think there was a gym leader named Flint as well, or something like that, but I don't care about that. That's not the point. The point is, I've seen Flint, I've seen Cobblestone, right up here is Aquamarine, and we get it, you're naming them after rocks. I don't think that they are bad, I just don't think that they're worth talking about or acknowledging. The only reason I'm doing it now is because I've seen it so many times. Alright, I'll acknowledge Neo Geo because I've done something kind of stupid similarly. Not Neo Geo, but I named my Altaria Atari, so I can't really be hypocritical and make fun of this guy because I've done something like that too. Goron works. There's not really much to say. Goron works because they're rock people and they roll around and that fits. So I can't criticize, I can just say that it's not one I think I would use. I don't know, there's something about it that just feels simple. So it's just not for me, but I don't think it's bad at all. Okay, I actually have Alcatraz on my little list of nicknames that I don't know which Pokemon to give it to yet. And the idea that this guy tied that together with Rock Tomb, wow, way to go. Round of applause for you. Clever. I want to highlight this because I think this is funny. This was on here because Golem is its name, and Golem is a typical, like, class or something like that in fantasy games. So you could have such great names for your Golem as Guk, Vad, Gron, Gom, Kong, Rakok, Bzgak, Gogmek, Kaldlom, Gogek. None of these imply any sort of gender, so I don't even understand what you're getting, but I also don't understand the idea of these names and why this is like a thing. Like, what's a Vubber? A Vubar? Dadam? Video games are weird. Alright, so I didn't finish watching all of Avatar. I got like halfway through it and then kind of fell out of it. So I recognize Toph, and I'm pretty sure we've mentioned Toph in the past before. And I don't know what a Beifong or Bolin are, but I guess those are other Earthbenders, because that's what it says. So, only fair to acknowledge this, because we've acknowledged Avatar in the past. So, Thardus I actually have as one for Mamoswine, because there's not a single good one for Mamoswine, and it at least fits because it's an ice type that learns ancient power to evolve, so that's my connection. But the idea of Thardus for Golem, I'm not going to say is bad. I think realistically now that Sword and Shield is out, it might fit that, I had to look it up for a split second because I couldn't remember its name. I think it'd fit Stone Journer a little bit better, as at least it's a creature made from rock pieces. I mean, they don't resemble the shape of boulders as much as Stonehenge, but like, there's that. So I don't have a problem with Thardus, but I definitely think that it's a very tricky one to find that fits good. Alright, this dude kind of just shit out a bunch of names all at once. One's worth mentioning, I guess Atlas, because that's a popular mythological choice. I'm unsure how I feel about Highlander, because it's like, it's not bad, but I don't know if I'd say it's good either. It's interesting and different at very least. Alright, well, we've reached the bottom. I clicked on this without paying attention. That's just, here's what Alolan Golem is, idiot. This was a bust. This wasn't even about Pokemon. And, yeah, so let's see if typing Alolan changes anything, and maybe we can find something for Alolan Golem, because nothing's been specified yet. Okay, there's absolutely nothing. And I'm not even kidding. The only thing here is just this one. And it's Trump. And that's not even good. So, there's absolutely nothing for Alolan Golem. And that does kind of disappoint me, because Alolan Golem has been one I've been kind of struggling for. So, there you go. Let's check the spreadsheet real quick. Tectonics could work. I feel like you could use that for any sort of ground type you want. It's not bad, but I don't necessarily care. And that's it. So, unfortunately, there's nothing zilcho as far as Alolan Golem, which kind of bothers me. But over the ones that we've found, or I've just thought of on my own, the recommended ones, Jawbreaker was the one I liked the most. I thought that one was pretty clever, and apparently it's one a fair bit of people already like or use, so there's that to consider. Rock and Roll, again, I use that. I think it's crap, but if you like it, or you want to play off the rock band thing, like somebody did with Van Halen and Joan Jett, you can. Tremor, mostly because of Mortal Kombat, but again, I understand if you don't, or if you just don't think anyone would get it, because how could they? And one I thought up on my own was Druox, after Druox the Shredder, who did that great song for Starter Squad with Rock Smasher. So there's that. You could also apply that to Squirtle if you want, because he's the voice of Squirtle, but I felt like it fit a little bit better with Geodude, because he's both Geodude and Golem. But you could use that, because, you know, it seems like it applies to the whole line. Who knows if any of the starters ever will evolve. But that was another idea I had. Provide your own recommendations for the Geodude line. Specify the difference between regular and Alolan. We could really use some good Alolan ones, because I have nothing. I've been trying to think on, like, some sort of electro rock style, like, music, but I'm like, oh, that doesn't work, because the closest thing I feel like would be new metal, and I'm like, no, that's definitely not it. So I don't know what, like, even a genre or a band I think would work, but I just come up with nothing. And I'm sure there's some sort of, like, electronica rock genre or band out there that might work. So that's kind of on the nose of what I'm thinking might be good or might fit Alolan Golem. But that's about it. I don't think it was a complete bust. We found quite a few that were decent, but just nothing for Alolan, and that's about it.